to someone who gives so much. What can you say to a hero? To someone who seeks lives to touch. We can say thank you. Oh, we can say thank you, thank you. We know God blesses you for all you did and do. We've seen your light shine through, and we are all blessed too. You are our heroes. What can you say to a hero? To someone who's always there. What can you say to a hero? To someone who lives life to care. We can say thank you. Oh, we can say thank you. We know God blesses you for all you did and do. We've seen your light shine through, and we are all blessed too. You are our heroes. You are our heroes. You are our heroes. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming today. This is going to be a very special event. We're going to be awarding 7 Quilts of Valor this morning to 7 very deserving veterans. I'd like to ask Jack Steers to come up to the podium and say a few words about this absolutely fantastic organization, Quilts of Valor. Jack?
Can you hear me? Yes. All right, good. I'll tell you a little bit about Quilts of Valor. Quilts of Valor was founded in 2003 by a lady named Catherine Roberts. Her son had come back from Iraq, and he was in Walter Reed. And she was concerned that he was getting depressed, waiting to be normal again. And as she tells me, she had a dream about a quilt that brightened his spirits, and she says, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a quilt. And she did, and it turned out it did. It brightened up his spirits, and he black clouds went away, and eventually he got out and he was fine. And she said, well, I'm going to make more. And she started, a couple of people started helping her. That was 2003. Fast forward to today, there are thousands of QOV members across the nation, and Canada has its own QOV organization. And to date, the foundation has given a little over 336,000 quilts.
If I could have Armando Albiani come forward, please. Armando, a native of San Antonio, Texas, Armando was raised by a single mother. He was the youngest of 7 kids. He was deployed to Vietnam in 1966 and assigned to the 173rd Airborne Brigade, and later attached to the 25th Infantry Division to participate in combat operations near Chu Lai. On August 31st, 1966, while on patrol with 2 companies from the famous 25th Infantry Division in an enemy-frequented area dubbed Hobo Woods, Armando was severely wounded by a Viet Cong explosive device that resulted in the loss of his legs. Evacuated to the United States, he recuperated for more than a year at Brooke Army Medical Center right here in Fort Sam, Houston, Texas, before medically retiring from the Army and returning home, where he continued his lengthy rehabilitation. Ladies and gentlemen, Armando Albaran.
Thank you very much.
The best part of the presentation is the hug and the welcome home. Our next recipient, Saul Guzman Lopez. United States Army veteran Saul Lopez was born on October 2nd, 1939 in San Antonio, Texas. His military awards and decorations include the following: the Meritorious Service Medal, the Army Commendation Medal, the Army Good Conduct Medal, 7th Award, the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal with 4 bronze stars, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with citation, the Army Service Ribbon, Overseas Service Ribbon, and the Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal with 1960 device. Ladies and gentlemen, Saul Lopez. Getting corrected again. My life story. So as you listen to these bios and you hear all the things that these individuals have done while they serve their country, and that's very impressive, for sure. But what is also impressive to me is what they have done since they've served their country. They leave the military, they come back to their communities, and they do so much for the community and the citizens that live in our communities. Thank you, Saul. Our next recipient, Albert Morales. Make sure you hold it up. Make it tight. Okay, good, good. Albert Morales. Albert was born March 6th of 1947 in San Antonio, Texas. Albert is the past commander of VFW Post 76, the oldest VFW post in the state of Texas, serving as the commander from 2011 to 2016. Albert is a lifetime member of the Edgewood District Veterans Organization, is a lifetime member of the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 5, is a lifetime member of the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 1836, is a lifetime member of the Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 366, is a lifetime member of the American Legion Alamo Post Number 2, and is a member of the Marine Corps League Alamo Detachment Number 315. Ladies and gentlemen, Albert Morales. Could I now have Rolando Ramon Perez up front, please? Rolando Marón Perez, United States Air Force, 1972 to 1976. United States Army, 1977 to 1980. Texas Air National Guard, 1982 to 1986. Service, ladies and gentlemen, above self. Rolando's military and federal awards and decorations include the Air Force Achievement Medal, the Armed Forces Reserve Medal, the Armed Forces Training Ribbon, the Air Force Reserve Meritorious Service Medal, the Air Force Longevity Service with Fourth Device, the Air Force Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, the Army Good Conduct Medal, Small Arms Expert Marksmanship Ribbon with Device, Security Policeman Professional Badge, Expert Rifle Badge, and Hand Grenade First Class. Ladies and gentlemen, Rolando Ramon Perez. The quilt fits Rolando very well. Snug as a bug in a rug. Our next recipient, Gregorio P. Torres. Gregorio P. Torres. Gregorio was born in Eagle Pass, Texas, and went to school in the Edgewood Independent School District, graduating in 1964 from Edgewood High School. Gregorio's military awards and decorations include the Presidential Unit Citation, Combat Infantry Badge, the famous CIB, the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal with 2 bronze stars, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross Unit Citation, the Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal with device. Ladies and gentlemen, Gregorio Torres. Our next recipient, Andreas Andy Vaccaro. I asked him when I first met him today, how would he like to be known as? And he said, Andy. Andy grew up in San Antonio, Texas. He graduated from Burbank High School in 1962. His military service began after high school when he joined the United States Army as a field communication linesman. In 1963, he joined the Air Force and was deployed to Bien Hoa, Vietnam in 1965-66. Andy's awards and decorations include the Meritorious Service Medal, ladies and gentlemen, with 20 oak leaf clusters. The Air Force Achievement Medal, the Air Force Longevity Service Award with 7 silver clusters, the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Vaccaro. Thank you, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, our last recipient, Sergeant First Class Retired Wayne D. Lund.
I'm slow, but I get in there.
Sergeant First Class Retired Wayne D. Lund. Wayne joined the United States Army in January 1960. He completed basic training at Fort Ord, California, and advanced individual training at Fort Knox, Kentucky, graduating as an Armored Cavalry Scout. He then went on to earn his Paratrooper's Wings, Pathfinder Badge, Army Ranger Tab at Fort Benning, Georgia. Sergeant First Class Wayne Lund's awards and decorations include the following: the Expert Infantry Badge, the Combat Infantry Badge, the CIB, the U.S. Army Ranger Tab, the Army Pathfinder Badge, the Army Parachute Wings Senior Classification, Army Drill Instructor Badge, the President's 100 Scroll, the Recondo School Badge, the Sniper Scroll, Long Range Recon Patrol Tab, 2 Bronze Stars with Valor, the Bronze Star Meritorious Service Award, 3 Purple Heart Awards, 2 Army Commendation Medals, the Joint Services Achievement Medal for Desert Storm and Desert Shield, the Good Conduct Medal 7th Award, the National Defense Service Medal 2nd Award, the Army Service Expeditionary Medal with 1 Bronze Star, the Vietnam Service Medal with 1 Silver Star, 3 Bronze Stars, and 1 Bronze Arrowhead for the Cambodian or the Colombia invasion. The Southwest Asian Service Medal for Desert Storm and Desert Shield, the Vietnam Campaign Medal with 60 device, the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry with 2 Bronze Stars, the U.S. Army Parachute Wings, the German Parachute Wings, Australian Parachute Wings, the Vietnam Ranger Parachute Wings, 2 Presidential Unit Citations, 5 Valorous Unit Award Citation, 2 Meritorious Unit Award Citations, and 2 Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Unit Citations. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant First Class Retired Wayne D. Lund. I'm sorry. Got to wrap them up. Jumping ahead. So can you hang tight for a few seconds there, Wayne?
Yeah.
So for all those in the audience, not only is Wayne a well-decorated veteran, he's also a poet.
Poet and don't know it.
There you go. So I'm going to read you 2 pieces of his work, and the last piece I'll read is a poem he wrote for today's event. But the first reads, "The code that veterans believe in. For those who have fought for it, life has a special flavor that protected will never know. You have never lived until you have almost died. It is the true U.S. veterans who pray for peace most of all. It is especially the wounded who pray the most because they're the ones who have suffered the wounds of war." And for today's event, Remembering the Grunts by Wayne Lunn. Thinking of my experience in Vietnam, I want to ensure that those memories are not forgotten. Listening to many veterans from Vietnam, it seems that most feel downtrodden. Wanting to ensure that the thoughts of Vietnam War will never become known as lost memories, building a museum called Remember the Grunts ensures that the memories will last for centuries. The Vietnam War Grunt Museum was opened on October 2019, and thousands of veterans have donated items galore, hundreds of pictures, memorabilia, uniforms, Soviet and American weapons, letters, small items, and so much more. Veterans walking into the museum for the first time will see a bounty of memories of the red, white, and blue. Some will have thoughts of rice paddies, mountains, rattling bamboo, and of combat situations. There will be so many deja vus. The museum was named the Vietnam War Grunt Museum, honoring the soldiers who did their nation's work. Calling them grunts is an honor that they share. Anyone else thinking of doing this type of work would probably go berserk. Ladies and gentlemen, a poem from Sergeant First Class retired Wayne D. Lunn. Thank you, Wayne. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the ceremony, this is either our fourth or fifth presentation here at the Grunt Museum. And personally, since 2018, I've done this type of presentation to over 100 deserving veterans. And I can't tell you how important it is that we recognize especially the veterans from the Vietnam War era. Those veterans came home, were not appreciated or valued by most United States citizens, and those scars ran deep, I would tell you, until recently, where even we, the Vietnam veterans, are welcome home when we're out on the streets, maybe wearing our hat or a shirt that indicates that we are a Vietnam veteran. So let's all commit to taking care of our veterans that serve this great country. Leave our politics aside and do what's right for this country. And freedom is what it's all about. Thank you so much for coming here today. Thank you, Mr. Lynn, for giving us this opportunity, this venue. And again, thank you all veterans for being here today.